Qantas has cut its 40-year relationship with Tourism Australia over a spat between the former chief executive of the company, Jeff Dixon, and its current boss, Alan Joyce. The two men used to be close, but now the current management at Qantas says it can no longer work with Mr Dixon in his role as chairman of the tourism body. It alleges he and some other investors have a plan to take control of the airline and are undermining Alan Joyce's leadership. Greg Hoy reports.
The feud began soon after Qantas announced it had lost money this year, hatching a plot for a management takeover. Meeting privately with investors and unions, the conspirators include venture capitalist Mark Carnegie, former Qantas executives Jeff Dixon and Peter Gregg, and ad man John Singleton, who has publicly attacked Qantas management.
Well, everything starts at the top. You have to have I don't even know who's on the board just as well, but you have to have a chairman and a CEO and staff who want to take Qantas back to what it was.
Alan Joyce is going through a very tough period, as is the entire airline industry. But what we have to remember here is most of the challenges that Alan Joyce faces at the moment were decisions made on Jeff Dixon's watch. And also before him, James Strong's watch. There were bad decisions made at Qantas. They're trying to unravel those right now.
A key concern, according to John Singleton, is Qantas's controversial plan to join a seat-sharing partnership with Middle Eastern airline Emirates to cut costs for Qantas International. Today, Chief Executive Alan Joyce hit back, baiting the rebels to detail their alternative plan.
There's confusion about what the strategy is out there, but what's very clear is that there is no support for the Emirates alliance, and we think that's a clear plank of us turning around international.
Alan Joyce was particularly critical of his immediate predecessor and one-time supporter and close confidant, Jeff Dixon, now the chairman of Tourism Australia. Qantas today announced it would suspend its $44 million promotional partnership with Tourism Australia.
What we're doing is very much pointing out what we believe is a clear conflict that needs to be resolved. And from our perspective, it's going to be inappropriate for us to continue to work with Tourism Australia while that conflict is there.
The suggestion perhaps being that Jeff Dixon's ongoing role with Tourism Australia is now untenable. The federal government appoints the head of Tourism Australia, but Tourism Minister Martin Ferguson was not available for interview, nor was Jeff Dixon or any of the rebel group. So will the Qantas Emirates alliance be good for tourism in Australia by growing Qantas, as management suggests, or will it shrink the number of seats available into and out of Australia? Former Chief Economist at Qantas, Dr Tony Webber.
If the Emirates and Qantas alliance leads to fewer seats in the market compared to a world without the alliance, then you'll see weaker inbound tourism than a world that doesn't have the alliance.
We think it's a key plank of us turning around Qantas International and will give us a clear returns going forward.
Large investors 730 has spoken to say for now Qantas management has their full support, though there's no question that this dispute will increase the pressure for Alan Joyce and his executive team. Already feeling the heat due to poor profitability, a poor share price and poor relations with Qantas unions who share some of the rebels' key concerns.
What we see is an iconic Australian company that was renowned and synonymous with Australia being gradually shrunk.
From my perspective, there's only one top priority in all of this, which is making sure that Qantas has a viable, successful future.
Clouding the future of Qantas and the job security of its chief executive. Even his biggest supporters will tell you Alan Joyce will, for the foreseeable future, need to watch his back as he attempts to navigate the new flight path for Australia's national carrier.
When the company you're heading makes a historical loss, when you haven't paid a dividend for years, when you see your share price plummet from over $6 to under $1, you're going to be under significant stress. and particularly from the investment community. I would have thought he's got maybe 12 to 24 months to demonstrate a turnaround, particularly of the international business, before he relents to the pressure.
Well, look, it does add to the pressure, there's no doubt. But behind Qantas is the fact that 98% of its shareholders, 90% of its customers support the strategy going forward. So my advice to them is stick to your guns, because you know what you're doing now is good for Qantas, it's good for shareholder value in the long term, and we're going to end up with a far more robust and profitable carrier if the strategy that they are pursuing continues.
Greg Hoy with that report.
I'm just a gigolo, and everywhere I go, people know the bop I'm playing. Paid for every dance, selling each romance. Ooh, what to say? And there'll come a day when youth will pass away. And what would they say about me? When the end comes, I know they'll say just a gigolo. Love goes on without me. I'm just a gigolo, and everywhere I go, people know the part I'm playing. Paid for every dance, selling each romance. Ooh, what to say? And there'll come a day when youth will pass away. Stop it, you know. And what would they say about me? When the end comes, I know there's just a gigolo. Life goes on without me, because I ain't got nobody, yes, and nobody cares for me. Listen, nobody cares for me. I'm so sad and lonely, oh, sad and lonely, sad and lonely. Want some sweet darling, come take a chance with me, 'cause I ain't so bad. Sing it! Softly-vo-vo, yes, I ain't got nobody. Oh, yes, nobody cares for me. Listen, nobody cares for me. Nobody cares, yeah. What you got doing up there? Oh, yes, nobody cares for me. Listen, nobody cares for me. Oh, Saturday, well, so sweet darling, come take a chance with me, 'cause I ain't so bad.